Welcome to Brawlhalla.
Still, I think it'll be a very even match. But getting into it, Java on the Hattori, Luna on the Lucian. Luna gets the first weapon, Katars. Gonna starve Java here a little bit. Gets a nice combo in. Java gets unarmed damage off of that. Gets Spear versus Katars. Kind of dancing around. Luna opens up with a weapon throw, gets an end light off of it, and the recovery. Java D-light stare into recovery. Wow. Super even here. We've
seen both of the, already, both players have not been afraid to, wake up out of these options that they've been throwing out to try and find their own damage. And that's sort of shown by the fact that both players are now both in that red state of damage. Java just whiffing that D-light, almost finding the knockout with the recovery, not quite enough. That is that high ceiling coming into play here. The D-Sig will come through the gravity cancel down signature, and that will secure the knockout. Java taking the first stock. Less than a minute into this game, and that is that pace difference that we see with these two players. Some top level players will take a very long time to find, especially that first stock. So that pace is definitely going to be a big trend for this set.
Yeah, and that GC D-Sig that Java does, that's like a thing that he started to do recently on Hattori. He spot dodges an attack and then immediately gets that GC D-Sig, which catches almost everywhere that they could drift off of any attack. So that's a super good tech for Hattori players to use. And he's kind of pioneered that.
For sure, and I mean he's holding this lead a little bit. He has down into this deep orange spear in hand now. That is the more damage build oriented weapon on Hattori. But I mean, if you throw out a D-Sig like that, you could be finding a bit earlier knockout stage. Also recovery not quite going to be enough. Java still holding a C D-Net recovery, and there is that high C again combined with the high defense of Lucian. Java struggling a little bit to find that knockout there. Wow. And again, not afraid to go in with the unarmed. Finds the pogo, and 2 stocks up for Java now, and making use of that new dash tech to just zoom.
The movement is crazy. Right He's just dashing around so fast, and 2-stock lead right now for Java. He's super damaged, but Luna's been unable to find any kill options here. Gets an end line. That's just more damage. No kill. Java has a big lead that he's working with. Lands an end light. Lands a ground pound too. Goes deep. Ooh. He gets punished by Luna. First KO for Luna. Java has a whole stock lead. We'll see what Luna can do here. I've seen Luna come back from scenarios like this, honestly, so many times now that I could see it happening. I could see him doing
it. We've seen Luna clutch these, and for that reason, Java cannot afford to get too comfortable here whatsoever. I mean, he's ripping out those down signatures right there, and that Sig has a lot of force on it, so Java does have to be careful around that. Is actually trading this damage out pretty consistently. I mean, if you're in Java's spot, you can afford to be taking a few hits and trading up the damage, although that's not a trade, that's just damage in Luna's favor. If you're Java, you can't really afford that as the GC end light into recovery, and Luna, I mean, like we said, finds the clutch, finds the end light into the recovery, and that is huge in terms of equalizing up those stock numbers. I mean, the damage is still in Java's favor, but
oh my goodness, the haymaker.
There's a really big lead in Java's favor that's falling apart right now.
Yeah, Luna just kind of has this last stock buff. He just starts clutching up. Off stage.
Oh no.
Oh
no way!
Wow.
Dude,
that was a reverse.
I feel like
that was crazy.
I feel like he took 3 hits at most on that final stock. After he got Java onto his final, he took 3 hits tops.
Yeah.
And then just boom, gone. Stock absolutely out of there. Double down air, finds a clash. That is, I mean, that's efficient. That is about as efficient as you can get. And I mean, if you're Java, you need to make sure that doesn't shake you at all, because I mean, if it's me in a 20 bracket and that happens to me, my mental is that hurts. That hurts quite a bit.
Yeah.
So if I'm in Java's spot, I need to be stealing myself to say, okay, I held the lead for the majority of that game. I'm just got to do the exact same thing, but not afford to get sloppy on the final stock.
Yeah. I mean, Java's known for his offstage, but Luna is he's really good at offstage as well. I mean, Java did 100 more damage than him almost, but still lost the game because of offstage there. Luna got that gimp at the last stock. But yeah, Luna's got that clutch factor. He could be down full 2 stocks and still bring it back. It's just crazy watching this guy and the amount of times that he clutches up.
Yeah, it's like you were saying, I mean, Java, that offstage is really comfortable for him, but Luna is no pushover when it comes to offstage whatsoever. And for that reason, if you're Java, you have to give that respect, I think. Sure, you can be confident going into an area where you're really comfortable, but you can never be too comfortable. against a player like Luna, you have to give the respect to say, okay, I might be in my comfort zone, but anything can happen, especially in that sort of like end of game situation, like you said, where Luna has. I mean, it's real. It's a last stock buff. It's real, and it absolutely happens, and we've seen it countless and countless times. So I think Luna is going to be restarting his game for lag or something. Yeah. For that reason, but
and we'll see. I mean, we'll see if there's any delays, because the Steam servers have been like kind of bugging as of now. They said that you know, a lot of times you can't connect to the Steam cloud. So Luna's back online though. See, and he joined up. There we go.
There he is. Back in the lobby, and of course the exact same legend picks coming in, and Java actually banning out Demon Island, despite the fact that we said Java is very comfortable on that off stage, actually opting to get rid of a stage that has, you know, a lot of advantage if you're holding that edge guard. The really short wall on Demon gives you the opportunity to get a lot of like advantage and pressure out of the fact that you have less space to play on if you're coming back to the stage. And so going to I mean, Epoch is not like a rare map to see in 1v1s. Yeah. This is a very standard map. But it does have a slightly longer wall, and it's a bit easier to go underneath. And I feel like that is going to, I think, slightly shake up how the offstage play does come through in this game.
Okay, already Java starting off on the unarmed.
Speaking of! Woo!
That was close. That was close to a gimp off stage. He's not afraid of going on unarmed. That's something that sets both of these players apart from the rest. They really like to aggress on unarmed, because, I mean, a lot of players expect when someone's unarmed, they just go for the weapon, but both Java and Luna. Oh! Nice D-like ground pound on the edge with unarmed there. That was huge. That
is a statement. That is an absolute statement to say, I am not scared of your offstage. I will go out and I will just rip out that unarmed combo, regardless of what state I'm in. I will just do it. And I mean, speaking of respect, Luna's got to give that respect. He's got to give respect to the fact that Java is not afraid of that offstage, and we see more offstage work coming in with this spear.
And Java already has a full stock lead, just from these spear reads. Goes for the same read, the dodge down and in, but Luna switches it up.
Oh, no way.
No, not enough to KO because of Lucian's high defense, but it's going to put a lot of damage onto Luna and a lot of pressure. Luna just can't get back on stage. Finally gets back on stage with the D-like ground pound. Trying to get a weapon, gets a weapon, lands a stare. But Java, oh, Luna goes underneath. Makes it back.
Full respect by Luna coming out of that, just to say, okay, you're gonna edge guard here, you're gonna throw up your weapon, I'm just gonna go around. I don't need it, but the weapon throw down into the GCD stick. And now Java has to play this carefully, because this is the exact same spot he was in the previous game, and we saw what happened. So now he's got to play it careful. Has got a little bit of damage onto Luna with that spear, but he either needs to get a very big damage advantage or needs to play a much more safer game. And right now, I think he's opting for the former, throwing out the unarmed side heavy as well. But still a big lead here for Java in the second game.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly the situation we saw before, but Luna was a little bit healthier whenever he took Java's first stock. And he's just throwing out the D-Sig there. Java's going to get a lot of damage. It's looking like Java will probably close this one out.
No way. No way the 3-stock. No way!
Wow. 3-stock for Java there. That is huge.
Less than 200 damage put out by Luna in that entire game. And I mean, that first stock was back and forth. I mean, we see it there right before that D-Light into ground pound. I mean, it was very back and forth, but Java, just the hyper aggression, I think really caught Luna off guard, because he was aggressive first game, but nowhere near as much as those that second and third stock that we saw. Yeah. And I mean, yeah, Java just really put Luna in his place and said, you took the first game, cool, don't get comfortable, because I will shut that down. And it came in absolutely. Yeah,
he really put the pressure on Luna off stage, just staying right up next to him. Any mistakes that Luna makes off stage, Java capitalizes, and he hit that D-Light ground pound, GC D-Light ground pound off stage on unarmed twice that match, and you know that's a statement right there.
Absolutely.
Almost back-to-back 3-stocks for Java there, but the first game, he
slipped away from him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that is sort of like a demonstration of what we've been talking about with Java knowing that offstage and knowing when to get rid of the weapon and just make use of that unarmed kit. And I mean, yeah, we saw it firsthand with 2 D-Light ground pound knockouts, which is just so efficient, because no weapon, no problem. You find the knockout and secure that lead. And going back, I think, to Demon Island for this third game.
Yep.
Now neck and neck, 1-1, and of course no legends. So I'll honestly be very surprised if we see any legends of either player here. I think Worst case scenario, we might see Java swap to something else like a Naya or Bovar, but I honestly, Luna, I think the only character I've seen him play outside of the Lucian has been Caspian in the past like few months. He's been really solid on this pick, and he's been very confident in said pick. So I think this may just end up being the exact same legends every single game.
And now Luna's starting a lot more in the lead here. These previous games, Java's been kind of explosive off the start, but a lot more even here. Luna actually in the lead for once in this set. Java hit the haymaker though, but Luna's got the guitars. Dodges that side light. Oh, goes for the decent, but gets punished.
The 6 Sense dodge, I mean, perfectly prepared for that signature. Sword in hand, that is the more optimal KO option, but we'll actually swap to the spear. Although we have seen that Java isn't really having much trouble knocking out regardless of what weapon he has in hand, and the D-Light into recovery will secure that first stock. Java once again taking the early lead in this game. Luna did have the damage in his first stock, but Java managed to close it out a bit earlier than Luna, and now sword in hand. It's kind of odd how he's almost playing sword more often for damage build than spear. I don't know if that's an intentional choice. Oh, but the weapon though to catch the recovery perfectly, and that will equalize up the stocks very, very quickly here. Yeah.
This game, a lot more even than the previous ones. And not as much off stage that we've seen. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
There's an opportunity. D-Light ground pound.
Uh-oh.
Oh, but the wake up recovery. Wow. Java just plays off stage so well. He gets back like from almost everything. And it's just crazy the things that he goes for. Oh, D6 is going to connect.
Recovery there. That is absolutely huge. It's like a knowledge of knowing that Luna's going to try and pressure that even further, and he knows that he can just go for that and give himself that space. But unlike the previous games, it's been very, very neck and neck. Both players entering the orange on their second stops right here. Luna very slightly in the lead. Recovery will not connect. So Java going all the way up to the nair. Won't be able to find it, but giving himself a little bit of space right there. And the blasters by Luna doing a decent bit of work here. The spear, the D-Light ground pound once again! And Java still holding on to this lead just slightly here.
Yeah, this game is very close, but Java inching away here. Lands a Sair, getting back on stage. Racking up some damage here. But Luna gets that GC side sig on Katars. Gonna even it up, barely damaged. And he's gonna stick with Katars. That's kind of the damage build-up weapon on Lucian. We'll see if he weapon stars. Yep, weapon stars Java here. Gets a Katars combo in. But Java really utilizes those exhausted recoveries a lot. Not a lot of players expect that, and that really gives them an edge with those.
Yeah, throws away the sword right there. They're going to be, I mean, force onto the unarmed for a second. So pulls up the spear. Small damage lead in Java's favor. Right They could go the other way quickly. The clash! And Java not able to make it back.
Wow.
It's a very unfortunate offstage interaction there for Java. And in fact, for the damage, incredibly close. Yeah. 4 more damage dealt by Java than Luna in that game. That was really just neck and neck the entire time. And Luna just finding the hard read with that edge guard right there and finding the clash, and Java just not really prepared for it. Went for the recovery, didn't manage to find his way back up. But still, right down to the wire, both players absolutely on each other's heels for that entire game.
Yeah, that was like a triple dare from Luna. And then I think that's pretty much the same way that he finished the first game with the dare into weapon throw. Knowing that Java's going to instantly recovery, because when you're off stage, you want to get rid of recovery first, since it's the easiest thing to punish when you're coming back. So Luna knows that Java's going to do that, and he stuffs it out with the weapon throw. This time, Java's going to ban Demon Island. We'll see if we go to Apocalypse here. Oh, rebanning. There we go.
Yeah, I'm expecting Apocalypse. I mean, you don't really see much Western Air Temple and Enigma in ones especially. I mean, very occasionally on some of the less orthodox picks, you might see those maps. But yeah, going back to Apoc for this 4th game. And I'm praying for a Game 5. I mean, we love a Game 5 here. We love to see the right down to the wire. And I mean, with how it's been going so far, Java absolutely could take it to Game 5 all the way. It's going to be down to how he adapts in this next game and how he deals with Luna approaching this. Luna grabbing the first weapon, Katars in hand, will actually starve out and grab those blasters as well. Java not afraid to get in and dirty with the unarmed though. Yeah,
that's something that you see from him a lot. Goes for that read. He knows Luna likes to dodge down, and there you see it right there. And that's one of the things he's actually talked to me about, catching Luna with the down and in dodge. But yeah, Luna on unarmed now. Damage is super even. It's a nair, another nair. Oh, getting all of these nairs,
nah.
goes for another one. Sidelight and
Yeah, I
light.
mean, that's just the strength. That's just the strength of having like a very quick surrounding option, is you can just throw it out and it's very, very difficult to punish. Java, spear in hand, weapon throw down. Luna running out of options, doesn't manage to find the punish though.
Wow.
Oh, the nair is dangerous, and Java's just going to pop right out of there. Luna taking the lead here, and if you're Java, that's not what you want. You need to win this game to secure a game 5. You don't want to be going down in a 3-1 fashion. So Java needing to find this knockout as soon as possible. Side air comes through. Not going to be quite enough just yet. Weapon talk to protect the recovery.
Wow, very risky to go off stage at like white health, but Java's not afraid. He knows what to do against Luna here. Goes for the
dude.
GCD line.
Chillax! Hasn't found too much value, although he will find a D-Light there. The Nair will not come through, but every single hit that Java takes is a minor win for Luna, as Java still needs to find this knockout and equalize up those stocks. And Luna now about to get Java into the orange here. Luna very damaged on this first stock. One Sair from either weapon will almost likely be enough, and there is the falling Sair with the spear. But Java has to play it a little bit safe, has taken a little bit of damage here on this second stock. Needs to make sure that he doesn't allow Luna to just hold this lead.
Yeah, goes for the NC but gets punished. Really needs to play safe here. Luna's getting a lot of damage, and no answer yet. DC comes out, punished by Java. And Java slowly inching his way back, but Luna's still getting hits in. Goes for a ground pound.
Actually a really nice punish. Yeah, the ground pound on stage punished by the dash jump fast one there, and damage still very slightly in Luna's favor. The Java's done a decent job to keep up at least, which is what you would like to see, but needs to find something relatively major here. Finds a down air. The neutral signal not going to get punished, but the N-Light will by the GCD sig, and now Luna within range to knock out Java on this second stock here. There goes for the second one. Won't be able to find it.
There's Luna's KO. And he just needs to extend his lead. Look at that dash movement. So hard to do. I can't do that. But Luna, he's got it down. Oh, reads the dodge in. That was crazy. And just like that, the game is evened up again. Perfectly even. Java goes for the sword instead of the spear to build up damage. And Luna's going to get that D-Light ground pound on unarmed. Armed with blasters here. And I think maybe the sword's a counterpick to the blasters that he knows Luna is going to have.
I think so, because I think that if you're playing spear into those blasters, especially the way Java's been playing, he's been struggling with getting into the dead zone that blasters has and not making full use of it. Now we're onto the spear. Finds the sidelight. No read is going to come in, but has found a lot of unanswered damage here.
Okay.
Sidelight doesn't find the read once again, but still holding this lead. Downside is going to get punished by the ground pound. That could be dangerous. Java manages to make it back up. Still holding the damage lead, but no weapon in hand. D-Light into the gravity cancel, neutral heavy, not going to be enough.
Luna deep in the red here. Java only in the orange. Luna has to play safe here. Gets a punish for that N-Sig. Nair beats out the D-Light. Oh, goes for a GC sidelight. Damage is evening up here. Both on the red. Java with the sword, Luna with the blasters. D-Light whiffs. Java gets the N-Light. Edge guard opportunity there.
Oh no!
Oh! GC side.
So down to the wire. That
he has nothing.
Would have been...
Wait, he touched. He touched.
Did manage to touch. Java now with the spear in hand. One polo will be enough with the exhaustive recovery.
This is coming down to the wire here. Luna gets the N-Light.
Doesn't find the recovery.
GC N-Light. Oh, and it gets
recovery,
punished.
And that will do it. Java taking us to a game 5. 650 damage.
Jeez.
I mean, both players doing almost 600 damage that game. And 650 damage is a very large amount. I mean, that's technically an inefficient amount of damage, but if you take the win, I mean, it's a win regardless.
Yeah, that was a crazy match. It came down to just the very final hits there. Luna whiffed a GC N-Light right in Java's face, and he gets that easy punish. But yeah, Java's kill rate has or kill efficiency has been rather low. 652 damage is not what you want to see.
I mean, that's over 200 damage per stock, and if you're doing over 200, you're not finding the knockouts when you need to, because 200 should realistically be like the peak range, because a lot of knockout kill confirms like Sword's D-Light Recovery will find that KO earlier than 200 damage. So it means you're relying on single hit confirms to find those knockouts, like a falling side air or a signature. And I mean, you just like, it's not the worst thing in the world to be inefficient as long as you're taking the win, but it's difficult to be consistently inefficient.
Yeah. And I mean, that was the first match that we saw Java drop over 600 damage. So you really see how long Luna has been living there, not really giving Java many opportunities to get that KO. Java taking a quick breather after that one. That one was intense. That one came down to the very last wire. And yeah, that was crazy. We're going into game 5 here. I'm excited, man.
I mean, I expect nothing less from Java versus Luna. I mean, if I am seeing a Java Luna set, I'm praying for a game 5, and yet here we go. Java locking in the Hattori once again. Luna sticking with the Lucian, expecting either APOC or Demon Island for this last stage. I think that is really good, because I'm pretty sure both Demon Island games have gone in Luna's favor, if I recall correctly, right? And both APOC games have been for Java. So going to Demon Island, that's favoring Luna. There has to be something Java can do here to get rid of that trend.
Yeah, we'll see if Java can do something about it. It's getting it's gonna be kind of crazy. And just a reminder, these two are 2v2 teammates right now. They're gonna team together for Valencia, and I believe they won yesterday in the 2v2 segment of Moose Wars. So
yep, they did. Absolutely.
That's pretty crazy. Winning the last tournament and both now in winners finals in game 5. So evenly matched. And we're getting into it. Almost.
Oh, that's a really bad start if you're Java.
What a game from Luna.
That's such a huge lead for Luna. Less than 30 seconds into this game and only in the yellow on this first stop. Java has to play such a flawless game, and Luna just making the Katars work so well. The dare is huge though. Luna has no options. Okay, if you're Java, that is exactly what you're looking for. That, I mean, to make up a deficit like that, you need a gimp of that caliber, and Java finds exactly that. I mean, he has taken a little bit of damage on this second stock, but not so much that it's sort of like a major situation. The grounded, or sort of gravity cancel, the down signature is going to be really, really huge. Yeah, that damage very early on.
That was such an explosive start there. 2 knockouts back to back. Luna kind of overextending there, getting a little too crazy after hitting that huge guitar read. And yeah, we're back to completely even.
Chill.
Here. Things are getting crazy.
Taking a small lead for a second there, but I mean, it's so back and forth that one player will find some unanswered damage and the other will find their own. D-Light into the side air, will disarm, but won't be enough for a knockout. Goes for the dare, won't be able to find it. Java just sort of tempting this edge guard here, finds the D-Light set and will actually take the lead here over Luna in this game 5. This could be huge, but he needs to find unanswered damage here to get this momentum and get this value out of having the stock lead, because there's no point getting a stock lead if you can't find the subsequent hits to make it worth.
Yeah. And Luna doing good right now. Now spacing Java.
Oh, no way!
No! What a terrible way to go out. Just barely missing the stage there with that dare, and back to an even game here. Luna only been hit a couple of times and already evening it up with guitars. Has Java on the edge, putting pressure on him. Wants the guitars, but unable to get it. Blasters in hand. Java's gonna pick up a weapon now. Dead even. Sword into blasters has been kind of favored for Java here, getting into the dead zones with blasters. There's a D-Lights there. Luna just can't seem to do anything about this sword right now.
Ooh. This is huge so far for Java on this final stock in game 5. You need to be fighting this lead, and it's big so far, dribbling with this sword. Neutralite as well. Luna has to be close to getting disarmed here, and that could be exactly what Java needs. Can't afford to get too comfortable here, though. There is the disarm with the neutral light. One signature will do it. Over onto the spear. Up and throw down. Gonna lose the spear here. Gets the sword in hand. D-Light into the recovery.
Wow.
And that's gonna do it. Java taking the set over Luna in a game 5 last stock situation. What a set.
What a game. That one was crazy. Just back and forth. Games after games, and that was insane. That was actually insane.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you look at this replay, you can see the fact that Java was like a full stock behind at the start of this game. Less than 30 seconds in, he lost that first stock. And that final stock, he just exploded with the sword, found those dribbles, and found that final knockout.